What's up, guys? I'm back. Got an interesting story for y'all, man. Check this out. You guys know that for many, many months, there has been people coming out claiming that extraterrestrials exist, right? Here's my thoughts on all this, guys. Many times you hear me say that I am a believer of extraterrestrial life. I do believe that we're not alone in the universe, okay? I mean, considering that there's so many planets out there. Not only that, it's just like there's endless possibilities. And NASA knows this, okay? But what I don't understand is how come there can be some type of conflict between people that say that they represented the government. And when I say this government, I'm talking about this government here, United States. Okay? You have these former individuals that, were high class in their profession, whatever it was, from astrophysics to whatever it is, okay? And you formed these people, brought them together as a team. Maybe not all of them know each other because there was different types of task force, um, to determine whether these objects in the skies are from an unknown origin or are they just foreign objects that no one out here knows about, which includes the government. I don't know. There's so many possibilities if you really think about it. Because as I'm looking at this craft, just like all of you, okay, there's a reason I put this craft there. Just because I want to talk to you guys about, the saucer shape. We do know that the saucer shape did not begin, out of the blue and stuff. For many, 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 many years, you've heard, all types of shapes in the skies. But let's start where I said before, because it seemed like Germany, okay, was the first place to have encountered or perhaps built these type of crafts in the sky. Now, whether you believe those Foo Fighters back in, I believe it was World War II, if you think they were part of some German experiment crafts, hey, it's open for whatever right there. Because at the end of the day, you can either say, "Oh no, there was just some type of advanced crafts that no one else knew about," which includes America. Nobody knew, But again, this is just in theory because I don't know whether that's true or not. Or all I can do is just place my opinions here, guys. That's all I can do. So going back to this U.A.P stuff, right? You got to tie all these things together. Now, you know that we didn't hear about any type of crash until supposedly 1947. Now, I know I could take you guys even further back, but I'm sure you heard it from other people and ancient aliens and all that other stuff where they go back in time, not just back in time, but by representing historical events, that they consider mythology back to but didn't. These people were 100% believers in what they believed in, and their gods from the skies that came to the earth. They left symbols, for everybody to see. But anyways, getting back to these saucers, okay? I do believe that perhaps some of these saucers can be um, of an unknown source. But once again, when you have a bunch of people that, you know, said that they were part of a task force to investigate these objects that are in the sky. All right. Not to mention, don't even forget, guys, that also NASA had a supposed independent team of 16 people of their respective you know um, majors. Okay, these were really smart individuals, and then he comes back with you know a 9 months thing. Excuse me, guys. A 9 month thing that they took. So you got 16 people that put their brains together to determine whether these objects that they're looking at are of human origin or domestic origin or something not registered on any person, I mean, country in the world's, technology. Because if you remember, NASA did say in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, that we might find life by 2025. Come on, we got to start paying attention because this is where it gets even better, guys. Because at the end of the day, you got to be careful, yes, indeed, because there's a lot of people promoting propaganda nonsense. And, at the end of the day, I believe that if somebody was to really do a whistleblowing, like they saying, again, I believe that a whistleblower is a person that they don't care what you're going to do. They're just going to reveal everything within, normal parameters, because I'm sure these people that have NDAs that are not allowed to speak. But you see, if you was one of those individuals that were like, you know what, I'm taking one for the team, boom, then for sure that this person is a whistleblower. I done seen so many stories and investigated so many stories as you guys saw, and I don't want to keep talking about it because I'm just saying that we in 2024 and people still believe Valiant Thor is real. Valiant Thor is not real. You know what I mean? I don't like keep getting into that, but sometimes you have to remind people that you have to pay attention. There's still people using a lot of that stuff from the past, all that U.F.O past stuff, and trying to make profit from it. At the end of the day, all of that stuff in the past was a hoax, clearly. Just like some of the things today continues to be a hoax. Okay? That's why I was saying in my previous video to this one that, hey, they might be setting the stage for a Project Bluebeam, if that's even real. Because if humanity is creating these crafts and making people think that they are from an extraterrestrial origin, what would be the purpose of them doing that? Unless they wanted to create some type of union, with the world and get everybody together as one. But I don't know how that's even possible when you have so much wars going on today. And I don't even like to get into any political stuff. I'm not into that. Because at the end of the day, you choose who you choose. You have a right to choose who you choose, and that's what it is. But for me, if we're talking about these objects that we keep seeing, I've myself seen them. Okay, I myself seen them, but I've never seen a saucer shape. I can't say I seen a saucer shape. What I seen was like a ball shape. It's all light, and I was with other people. I'm not. Yes, and I'm not no specialist or anything like that with like you know But at the end of the day, I know what a normal airplane looks like. You see a beacon at the bottom, whether it's a helicopter, and they move normally, as you can see when you're looking up. I'm also aware that there's tons of satellites out there in the skies all over the world. Okay, but at the end of the day, we can't say that. Oh, this satellite looks like an extraterrestrial ship moving in erratic behavior. No, but these objects in the skies are. Not just are they in the sky, they're also in our seas. These objects are also in our seas, where people don't realize that something bigger is happening that we don't understand because we were not taught to see something that other people get to see. I don't know if I made sense to you there, but if you paid attention, you can understand what I'm saying. There's some people that want you to know, and there's people that don't want you to know. What happens if these governments of the world decide that they want to keep this extraterrestrial presence for themselves and not even bother to tell any of us at all because it's not our business, right? They get to profit from all this stuff, technology wise, because I'm sure they're going to be the first people to, communicate with these beings if they were real, of course. So at the end of the day, we have to go with, the what ifs. Okay? And it's turning sensationalism, as Mr. Bill Nelson likes to put, into science fact. So, I don't know. It's just a little bit confusing when you see that, like I said, you got two supposed government officials, or some of them that are now former, and they decide to speak on some things that they believe is humanity's right to know. But then you got the other side that they just finished coming from, say no, 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 no. There was no such thing. There's no evidence to suggest. I mean, it was left open by NASA when they said they don't know what UAPs are. Now, either they know what UAPs really are, or they don't know what they are. I've seen plenty of channels, that talk about UAPs, UFOs, and all this stuff, and that's good. We can all learn from each other. But I've also noticed how a lot of these channels do these things for clicks. They like to bring forward lies, and it's clear, like some of them you can tell they're lying. Like they don't even investigate what they put out. I've seen plenty of channels now. Yep, I've seen some, and I even subscribe to them, okay, that they post videos just about every single day, but they don't, in my opinion, they don't research these things, because when you look up their claims and then you notice that it was a lie. All for clicks, man. Yes, I know that we all on YouTube because we're trying to, you know, break open our brand, if you will, right? I'm a little guy on YouTube, as you guys know. I started in 2017. I ain't trying to seek fame from this or anything like that. At the end of the day, when I first started this thing, I started with an investigative mind. Not just because I knew about a Valiant Thor story, because I knew several stories that got my attention. From the 1947 Roswell crashes, I looked into all of that and found all of that very interesting. Of course. Of course. Will we have this transparency that we're looking for in regards to governments hiding extraterrestrial presence? I don't know. But like I said, if you look up those videos where NASA in 2015 said we might find extraterrestrial life in 2025, we're getting there. We're close. Didn't we just have something called Space Force created by Donald Trump not too long ago? Clearly, there's a reason why he decided to create something like that. Think about it. A Space Force? Who better to bring extraterrestrial presence, officially with them to Earth? Who else? The Space Force, right? It's all coming into play, fellas. All coming into play. You see, Elon Musk wants to do these, he definitely want to colonize Mars. So he has like a vision to colonize Mars. This guy has an interesting brain, man. I have to give it to him, man. Yeah, it's very intelligent. Some people say he's an alien, but it's weird because some things, sometimes it seems like the guy's telling you something like, oh yeah, good, man, he's on our side with this, but then it seems like he's doing something that's a little bit, whoa, wait a minute. Like 1 minute he'll say, I love humanity. But then he, on some other points, he's talking about, oh yeah, we could put chips in people's brains. But anyways, going back to these crafts, not only that, the guy also said that he haven't seen any type of anything with their objects in the sky, their satellites, okay? Now, come on, man, you work with NASA side by side, even though that, yeah, he has a different company, but at the end of the day, I'm like, wait a minute. Wouldn't you at least said that you've seen some type of UAPs yourself? I mean, you are. In other words, he would be the one to be able to see all these things because he has tons of satellites up there. So NASA would say that they don't know what UAPs are, but Mr. Elon Musk says he haven't seen anything like that. So it's kind of weird, right? That people contradict each other right there in plain sight. 1 minute, he wants to be for freedom of speech, and then 1 minute he's doing something opposite. But in regards to these crafts, like I said, going back and investigating myself, I say make up your own minds of what you believe. If you believe all this shit is if all this is just BS, then it's BS. If you believe that all these things we see today is nothing more than, engineered or re-engineered or reverse engineered crafts, or maybe advanced crafts that we're not familiar with, because of course each year every country spends whatever they spend on their monetary systems there to create a better system. Everybody's always in competition with each other to create the better system. So at the end of the day, you have to learn that no one is going to give up. Like if you have a poker hand and you have good cards, are you going to reveal them to everyone? In the game, you have to, but in real life, you don't have to. You can hold on to those cards because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're the winner. Now, for me, I say draw your own conclusions. There's exoplanets out there. NASA even telling you. Again, I'm not Mr. NASA either. I'm not with these people like 100% at all. I would say a portion of what they give us, I would say is probably like 50%. 50%. Maybe less. Okay, but when they tell us about these exoplanets and how they're beginning to find certain types of atmosphere, especially the K2b, I believe it's called. Look that up, and you guys will see what kind of planet that is. So far, they're saying it's an interesting planet, a couple interesting exoplanets. So while NASA's doing that, Mr. Elon Musk is thinking about colonizing Mars. Think about it, y'all, man. There's some things happening that we're not really aware of because we don't pay attention. Everybody's still into their little sports, their music, tours or events or whatever they want to go to. So many things happen right before our eyes, man. So many things. So many things. I think it's because some people don't take a step back in order to take two steps forward. Because you're not going to see what's several heads ahead of you if you don't take that step back, or two steps back, or three steps back, or four steps back. Y'all get the point. So, if you believe that extraterrestrials are real, hey, leave it in the comments section. If you don't believe extraterrestrials are real, leave it in the comments section. Let's have a dialogue. Let's talk about it. Why don't you believe that extraterrestrials exist? Because I'm curious to know from either side. I know I'm a believer, but I want to know what's your opinion. What do you believe? Do you believe that we're not alone in the universe? Do you think it's all bullshit? We just come from, little molecules and whatever you want to call it, plankton or whatever, from the seas, and here we are, and by luck, and nowhere in the universe is any type of human life or any type of humanoid life but on Earth. That's quite funny, man, because it's kind of tough to believe that we are the only ones. But we never know, because when you have a society that's controlled by religion and another, but I'm not here to bash religions or anything like that. You believe what you believe. That's I'm not that I do respect. What you believe is what you believe. Even if you disagree with anything I say here, based on my own opinion, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people criticizing whatever they believe. It's fine. That's how we learn from each other. But I say let's all come into one room, whether you're an atheist, whether you're religious, whether you're not religious, it doesn't matter. Come together into a room and open a forum where you have an open mind and you look at things with an open mind. Not shut it down right away. Research these things. Look these things up. There's a lot of things that happen in front of us, once again, but I think that we get so blinded by the things that we're constantly doing every single day of our lives. Like, really, really. Nobody really, really takes a step back. Well, at least some people do. Some people do. They take that little step back and be like, wait a minute, how come I haven't seen that before? How come I've never been taught that before? Things of that nature. When you guys see me talking about and stuff, that's not because I'm trying to get religious with you. I'm not. That's because I'm trying to show you guys a history that's intermingled with other histories that are being presented to us. We are the ones that decide whether it's factual what we're really reading or not. Now I know some people will be like, well, what credentials do you have to tell these people this and that? Well, if you're giving me a platform like YouTube and allowing me to speak my beliefs or my opinions, then why am I not allowed to present what I need to present for the people to hear on my channel? Because every channel is different. If you like this channel, please subscribe. It's called Alien Society. I did change the name to Enki Society, but I decided to change it back to its normal name, which was Alien Society. That's my original name. That's what I'm sticking with. But yeah, if you're new to my channel, man, you're going to enjoy this channel because at the end of the day, you might not agree with me, and that's fine. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me. But at the end of the day, just have an open mind about all these stories I present to you. I will try my best to bring you guys everything that's factual. No make-believes, no made-up stories like I seen other channels do. Every time you hear it from me, it's all facts, things that I've researched, things that I looked up, and then I will even show you how to look for it yourselves. All you have to do is ask down in the comment section. So if you like the video, put that like button. If you don't like the video, that's fine by me. Still, voice your opinion so I know um, what's your take on all this stuff. Subscribe, and thank you for the 1,500 subscribers. Once again, it's an honor and pleasure. And I'll see y'all in the next video.